One shall stand, one shall fall.
Why throw away your life so recklessly?
That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron. One shall stand, one shall fall. One shall stand, one shall fall. One shall stand, one shall fall.
Why throw away your life so recklessly?
That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron. One shall stand, one shall fall. One shall stand, one shall fall.
Why throw away your life so recklessly?
That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron. Witnessed their capacity for courage. And though we are worlds apart, like us, there's more to them than meets the eye. I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting. Witnessed their capacity for courage. And though we are worlds apart, like us, there's more to them than meets the eye. I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting.
You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah!
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Why throw away your life so recklessly?
That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron. Cybertron, a planet far from Earth. Those who tried to harm you are called Decepticons. We must stop them before they destroy your world. You destroy everything you touch, Megatron. You're old Megatron. Yesterday's model, ready for the scrapping. Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. One shall stand, one shall fall.
Why throw away your life so recklessly?
That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron. You, who are without mercy, now plead for it. I thought you were made of sterner stuff. My name is Optimus Prime. We are autonomous robotic organisms from the planet Cybertron. We are here looking for the Allspark. Freedom is your right. If you make that request, we will honor it. But before your president decides, please ask him this. What he believes. Then you're wrong. Your leaders will now understand. Decepticons will never leave your planet alone. And you needed them to believe we are gone. For today, in the name of freedom, we take the battle to them.
defenses surrounding the city to make a fortress, so that no one can see what they're up to inside. Our only chance is the element of surprise.
Cade, I owe your debt. My name is Optimus Prime. My Autobots, they're in danger. I need to go. I need to go now.
What do you think you're gonna get?
Ambush the trap set by humans. Legendary warrior, the powers that created us now want us all extinguished. We must join forces, or else forever be their slaves. So today you stand with us, or you stand against me. Autobots, we're going to prove who we are and why we're here. Autobots, we charge together. Now roll out!
We fight together.
I fight for my own kind, my own planet. Give me the staff, human.
Kate!
Who dares to challenge me? But now, our worlds are joined as one. We need to repair our planets. Work together if we wish to survive. There is more to this planet than meets the eye. I am Optimus Prime, calling all Autobots. It is time to come home. Cybertron has fallen. Get to the escape pods. There are other Autobots scattered across the galaxy. We must reach them if we hope to survive. We will fight on, but we must find refuge first. I found a planet that's well hidden. Earth. You will travel there and establish a base for us. Once we've gathered the others, we'll join you. You must protect the planet. If the Decepticons find it, then our people are truly finished. Now go. Time to show you the real power of the Prime.
And tonight we got the
This belongs to a friend of mine. Let him come. United, we will destroy him. Once and for all. I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. We have lost the Transwarp Key, and with it, our ability to go home. But we have gained an ally in our battle against the forces of evil. Forces too powerful for any of us to defeat on our own. But together, we just have a chance. One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your dice so recklessly? That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay to Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to another edition of Knockdown!
The Rock has come back!
This is home, JR! Right here!
I've witnessed their capacity for courage. And though we are worlds apart, like us, there's more to them than meets the eye. I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting.
Doing him some. All hail the Ayatollah of rock and roller!
Like a startling sign that fate had finally found me, and your voice was all I heard, that I get what I deserve. So give me reason to prove me wrong, to wash this memory clean, let the thoughts cross the distance in your eyes. Give me reason to fill this hole, connect the space between. Let it be enough to reach the truth that lies across this new divide. There was nothing in sight, but memories left abandoned. There was nowhere to hide, the ashes fell like snow, and the ground caved in between where we were standing, and your voice was all I heard, that I get what I deserve. So give me reason to prove me wrong, to wash this memory clean, let the thoughts cross the distance in your eyes across this new divide. In every loss, in every lie, in every
Am I a boomer? Huh? Am I a boomer? Huh? Boom! How about that? Am I about a boom? Boom, boom!
was a mistake to break too high.
Let's try that again. Thank you, Blight, for letting me know. Yeah, so you guys weren't hearing anything I was saying. We lost a legend, man. This week has been brutal for the world of entertainment. Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, and now the voice of Optimus Prime, Peter Cullen, at 85 years old. This man has played Optimus Prime for well over 4 decades. When you think Optimus Prime, there's only one voice that rings in everyone's head. And Peter's career spans more than just the Transformers. You know, he's been in countless different projects and cartoons and animation and games and movies. But for me, it really comes down to Optimus Prime. I could not name you any voice actor except for one. No, 2. I take that back. I can name 2. I know who Peter Cullen is, and I know who Kevin Conroy is, the voice of Batman. two of the most sort of iconic voice actors of not only our generation, but others. And so if you're a Transformers fan, this one might hit you a little bit. You know, death is like something that's been in the back of my mind lately as I get older. And as we get older, we're seeing these people that we put on pedestals, celebrities, as they age, as they pass on. It just brings us back to our own sort of mortality. Ozzy Osbourne. Another one that hit hard. Without Transformers, I wouldn't be what I'm doing, right? The adventure of the Autobots, their camaraderie, their teamwork, their personalities, all underneath the leadership of Optimus Prime, helped influence an entire generation of the 80s. Made friends. You know, when I was young, 9, 8, 10, collected Transformers, had Optimus Prime, had them all. And my backyard was sort of the place where that world with all the kids in the neighborhood would collide, right? Everyone would bring their toys. And it'd be like Battle of the Universe right there on my picnic table. Jeremy, Mark, Nicholas, Dion, Colin. Kids in the neighborhood all love Transformers. We grew up watching it. Hell, I go to the comic book shop today, and I still see people my age going in, whether it's Transformer comics or the brand new toys that are coming out, whether they're new designs or going back to the old school G1 retro sort of design. People still love this franchise. And there's one reason for it. Well, there's probably many reasons for it, but there's got to be one real top reason, right? And that would be because of Peter Cullen. He is the voice of Transformers. 100%. So we did. We lost a legend. And I don't say that about many voice actors. Like I said, I could only name you 2, maybe 3 if we want to count Mark Hamill in there too. But that's a big one. It's showing how one generation is phasing out while the next one sort of phases in. It shows just how old we're all getting. I'm 51. I turned 52 in October. I still watch the G1 Transformers cartoon on YouTube when I catch it, when I see it. There's just something about it that just brings me back to an earlier, more simpler time. I remember too the movie. I remember who I went to see it with. I remember where we were. I was 12 years old. 12 years old, 1986. And we watched the death of Optimus Prime. And it did shock us all. Watching that movie was sort of also my my transition from collecting toys to becoming a teenager. Because when they sort of rolled out the new line of Transformers, after they killed off Prime and Ironhide and Prowl and all that, and they came out with Rodimus Prime and Ultra Magnus and RC and Chopper and whoever, right? I fell out of collecting toys. I fell out of playing with toys, you know. I was going on 12, turning 13, starting middle school. And ended up selling pretty much all of it in yard sales for pennies on the dollar. Those things are worth a fortune now. Small fortune. But man, does time move fast. It really, really does. Feels like yesterday. You know, I'm at my buddy Mark's house being babysitted. We're watching Transformers at noon. Now I'm old. A little gray. Not completely gray. I'm getting there, though. And because of the internet, because of social media, we get news rapidly fast now, right? Almost instantaneously. It doesn't take us days, weeks to learn about this anymore. We're so in tune with information that it really does seem like these things are being shot at us rapid fire like a machine gun. As we watch one generation phase out.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly?
That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron.
Pay tribute to Ozzy. So Ozzy was another leader of our generation. Gen X, man, we're feeling the hurt. So today, maybe watch some of your favorite Peter Cullen moments, whether it's Transformers or Dungeons and Dragons or anything else. The death of Optimus Prime has never felt more real than it does today. Now, I'm not sure cause of death. I'm going to try and find out. Let's see if the internet knows already. So, according to a quick Google search, cause of death has not been released for legendary voice actor Peter Cullen. What is being said, what is being known is that he passed away peacefully at his home in Los Angeles today at the age of 85. His agent, Kevin, confirmed that he was surrounded by his loving family. That's the time was passed. Family representatives have not disclosed particular medical reason or cause of his death. I'm sure that will come out. Sounds like natural causes, but no one's said anything yet. He was, at his home with loved ones. He recently did have some medical issues that led to the cancellation of several fan convention appearances. And he recently pulled back on several of those. Pointing to travel exhaustion and general fatigue as major factors. While social media frequently discuss potential underlying health challenges tied to his advanced age, no official statement or major medical crisis have been broadly confirmed by his representation outside of general fatigue from the travel. Legend. So however you decide to honor this man today, I salute you. And I hope that we all roll out. So yeah. A little emotional. I didn't think I'd be that emotional. I wasn't, gonna go live today. I have a 6.5 hour shift that's sort of looming over me here that I got to start in about an hour and a half. But I figured if I was going to say something on this at all, I would do it now. Because I also have to be up early tomorrow for another shift. So I don't get much free time between the two shifts. Enough time to stay up for an hour or two and then sleep. And then get up and do it all over again. So any free time that I was going to use to speak on this matter was going to be right now. Now I did, let my friends know. If anyone wanted to come on and say a couple of words, you're more than welcome to do that. But, it's during the day, and I assume that most people are working, so no one has said, yeah, give me the link. That's okay. No one was expecting this to go down. No one knew, no one knew that Optimus Prime was going to be finally laid to rest today. No one knew. And you think the Dolly Parton one was huge, or Tim Curry? No. I'm just scrolling through Facebook now, and the tributes are pouring in. Don't underestimate the power of a cartoon. Don't underestimate the power of a charismatic leader. Everyone been a Transformers fan. We'll be talking about this one for days to come. His legacy will be honored essentially forever. So yeah, another one, they say things happen in threes, and I know it's been more than three. But the three ones that I can name you is Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, and now Peter Cullen. So we're going to move on. We're going to carry on honoring the man and his legacy while we try to make our own, right? We're each the leader of our own little crew of Autobots. So, speaking of stuff, since I've got the floor, I said something about Niobe Comics, maybe tomorrow. Comics arriving to my door. I don't know if that's happening because Mixum still shows my comics in production and not been shipped, so I can't see how things are just going to magically transport here overnight. So I highly doubt that we'll be doing a Niobe unboxing tomorrow. I did message Mixum because they kept emailing me, hey, yeah, no, the books are going to be shipped out on the 28th. No, they're coming on the 26th. A couple of just different conflicting shipping dates and arrival dates. I do have, what they would call a larger order with them. And so I'm not really sure what's going on. I messaged him today. I said, hey, just looking to get an exact status on my order and maybe when I can expect you guys to be shipping that out. And the guy looked at it and he said, yeah, no, I do show it's still in production, and I do show that your estimated shipping date was today. And so he was going to go look into it, and then they're going to email me back. So no email yet. No email yet. That was way too loud, wasn't it? So what I was saying is, because you probably didn't hear it, I thought maybe Niobe Comics would be arriving tomorrow. They're not. I don't think they are anyway. Because I don't, on the website for Mix'em, they don't even show it as shipped yet. And I have no tracking number. So I don't think comics are arriving tomorrow. And I say that with quotation marks because God knows stranger things have happened. Maybe they'll just teleport them to me. I don't know. But that's not really a big deal. If we have to wait till Monday or Tuesday, whenever they arrive, that's fine. But that means, big unboxing stream that I was thinking about doing tomorrow after work is canceled unless if I get some sort of email in the next little while saying, yeah, your books are in the mail and they'll be there tomorrow. If I get something like that, then sure, game on. But right now is going to be my assumption that they're not going to arrive until sometime after the weekend. That does not mean, though, that we stop. That does not mean that we're not going to do something tomorrow night. We probably will. Star Wars Zero Company is out. And man, that game is getting rave reviews. Rave reviews, man. People are 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, 9.2 out of 10. It's like a CGC grading spree. I am going to pick up the game, and we will be playing it probably late tomorrow night. We're going to sink our teeth right into the lore of Star Wars tomorrow night. If you don't know what Zero Company is, it's like XCOM. It's like XCOM. So it's like a turn-based war strategy game. War strategy game. And everyone and their son is playing it right now, streaming it. And I'll be one of them, like the rest of the sheep. We'll be streaming it tomorrow. I'm a big Star Wars guy. As much as I am a Transformers guy, I'm a Star Wars guy. And what they're saying is this is the best Star Wars game in the decade. It's not, as far as I know, it's not been designed for modern progressive audiences. It's been designed for Star Wars fans and fans of the real-time turn-based strategy genre type of game. And according to all the reviews, they've both done it very, very well. I'm just trying to see if there's like something that we can watch on it. Yeah, this one's pretty quick. Alright, hold on. So, we're going to watch a video here. I'm just going to do some OBS magic. You didn't start the fire. That should be good enough. So yeah, before we watch the video, again, condolences, much respect to the legend that we lost today, Peter Cullen. Voice of Avenger, the voice of Optimus Prime, and so many others. Passed away today at the age of 85. Surrounded by loved ones, as home in Los Angeles, California. Honor the man today. Honor the man. We're going to take a quick look here at Star Wars Zero Company. And just show you what this is all about, I guess.
Long time away from a galaxy far, far away, EA and Respawn are back in the Star Wars galaxy, this time supporting lead development studio BitReactor. This ragtag group has come together to deliver Star Wars Zero Company, and while it's not perfect, it is ultimately a reminder of what Star Wars can be when it's handled well. Seeing as BitReactor is a new studio made up of several talents who worked on the XCOM series, we expected solid tactical gameplay, but nothing truly remarkable in the way of a cinematic narrative experience. But make no mistake, Zero Company's gameplay is a shining star in its own right, made from a collection of easy-to-grasp mechanics, and it is bolstered by truly incredible presentation. Games like Star Wars Outlaws and Star Wars Jedi Survivor look fantastic, but for our money, Star Wars Zero Company is the most cinematic and intense Star Wars game of this generation. Star Wars Zero Company is set during the tail end of the Clone Wars, a conflict that saw the Galactic Republic, a massive interplanetary governing body, fractured by dissent and separatists. You play as Hawks, a former Republic soldier who was disgraced and stripped of their position after losing a battle.
Quick note on Hawks. Quick note on them all. You're able to customize these characters and change them around. If you want Hawks to be female, you can do that. You want to change the hair color, outfits, color of the armor. Like the customization in this game really is impressive.
Now they run Zero Company, a mercenary outfit whose main allegiance is to the almighty dollar. But times are tough. Zero Company's in debt, and there simply aren't enough credits in the galaxy to pay back the Hutts. Enter a beleaguered Baroness and Republic intelligence officer who jointly offer Hawks a lucrative contract in exchange for their help taking down a dangerous cult. From there, Star Wars Zero Company adopts a surprisingly Mass Effect-like vibe. You grow your team of misfits, chat with them at your base, and embark with them on various missions, sometimes as a personal favor to one of your own. Through this process, you may find that you are actually growing closer to these various characters alongside Hawks. For instance, we developed a particular fondness for Cab Uppercut, a member of the Felshi, an alien species that's debuting in Zero Company. Felshi speak in a rhyming sing-song dialect at times. More than a novelty, characters like Cab are Zero Company's heart and soul, coming together to form one of the best gaming casts we've seen in quite some time. This appeal begins with Hawks themselves. Although you can customize Hawks quite extensively, they are far from a player surrogate. Dialogue options are few and far between, and when you can make a choice, it's generally between two similar options. Hawks is not a pawn for the player to control in the context of Zero Company's story, but a full-fledged, predefined, self-determined character, and this makes them all the more compelling. Zero Company's other cast members are similarly well-wrought. At this point in the Star Wars canon, the galaxy is racked by political strife and warfare, and disharmony can sometimes feel like the status quo. Characters will say and do things that you disagree with, like forgiving the Republic or sympathizing with the growing separatist movement, and the right ethical stance is often elusive. Still, when a character like Trick, born and raised as one of the Republic's clone soldiers, is unfairly prejudiced against a separatist sympathizer, you can understand where he's coming from. Zero Company offers a story that feels decidedly influenced by the contentious political sphere of our times. Zero Company's characters are regularly torn between defending the Republic that has represented them for so long and recognizing where that same Republic has gone wrong. Still, no matter how complicated the relationships may get in Star Wars Zero Company, it's easy to feel the love between the core characters, and gameplay actually has quite a bit to do with this. Star Wars Zero Company is mechanically similar to the XCOM games, far more so than characters are regularly torn between you can make a choice, it's generally between two similar options. Hawks is not a pawn for the player to control in context where he's coming from. Zero Company offers a story that feels decidedly influenced by the contentious political sphere of our times. Zero Company's characters are regular more so than other recent XCOM likes, such as Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Alright, so they're talking about XCOM there. I've been trying to play XCOM over the past few days. XCOM is, for me, kind of a hard and brutal game. It's very unforgiving, right? In XCOM, you got to expect that you're going to have some of your units die from time to time. And you don't really want that, especially at the beginning, because you're trying to build them up so that they're actually somewhat cool. And it is fucking tough, man. I don't know how tough Star Wars is going to be, but I'm definitely willing to give it a go.
You depart on missions with up to 4 operators, each with a different class, and eventually a secondary class, that informs their stats and abilities. For example, operators in the heavy class have extra health, and abilities that allow them to draw enemy fire and counterattack during enemy turns. Most moves cost action points, but there's a secondary resource called Advantage that can also be spent to unleash special moves. All of these elements come together to facilitate strategic gameplay devised around flexible team composition. You might want to pair a heavy with a medic who can heal them, or a gunslinger who has useful advantage attacks with a scout who can build an advantage with exclusive abilities. Other features, like a free team-up attack each round, basically make it impossible not to consider team synergy at all times. Thankfully, you'll continuously find new, viable operator combinations. There is no way to have flat-out unfeasible team composition in this game. Whether this is a good or bad thing is up for the individual to decide. We can certainly see more experienced strategy game fans scoffing at Zero Company's relative simplicity and forgiving design. For perspective, we played the game on normal difficulty and never failed a single match or lost an operator. This made included features like permadeath less meaningful. If you're familiar with the XCOM formula, you may want to crank up the difficulty on Zero Company. In the end, we feel Star Wars Zero Company's simplicity is its strength. It seems clear, to us at least, that BitReactor is attempting to appeal to a wide audience with this game. To this end, it's relatively easy to crack the code of Zero Company, settling into a reliable combination of operators and basically coasting through the campaign on normal, hardly breaking a sweat. However, this also makes it far easier to get those moments of euphoric triumph when you figure out just the right combination of support and attack moves to take down a boss, or leaving the safety of an extraction zone to revive a fallen comrade.
I mean, the game looks absolutely gorgeous, right? Not everyone is down with turn-based strategy. I love it. I love turn-based sort of games, right? Any RPG that I play, like a Final Fantasy, outside of the new Final Fantasy Remake series, I 100% prefer it to be turn-based. And it's great for the type of job that I do, because sometimes if there's long wait times between receiving calls, a turn-based game is pretty good for that, just to kill 10, 15 minutes while you're waiting. And then when you do need to work, when the call does come through, turn-based games are very easy to pause. Nothing's going to happen until you take the next turn. So you can just essentially let it sit there idle for 30, 40 minutes if you want and not have to worry about it.
Lest they be lost forever. It's an incredibly satisfying and cinematic process, and we often felt like we were directing our own little Star Wars action set piece. Zero Company's story, while still great overall, is a little bit anticlimactic. Its stellar presentation is occasionally hampered by minor visual glitches or awkward animations, but we can't bring ourselves to punish the game too harshly for such shortcomings. If you accept this one for what it is, as a compelling, entertaining, and oftentimes very tender blockbuster story, rather than wishing for the most complex turn-based tactics game of the decade, we can guarantee that you'll fall in love with Star Wars Zero Company. Star Wars Zero Company releases on August 27th for PC, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series consoles. So are you looking forward to Star Wars Zero Company?
I am.
Do you plan on picking the game up? And where do all of you XCOM fans land on this one? Be sure to let us know.
Well, I'm still just trying to get used to even playing XCOM, right? Once I get this game, XCOM will probably take a back seat, clearly, which is unfortunate because I'm still trying to learn the ropes of that game. But I'm gonna be more into this game. This game's an updated version of, you know what I mean? Not only an updated version of, it's in the Star Wars world. You got the Star Wars effects, the familiar visuals, the music, You're gonna have the odd cameo appearing, and again, the reviews are they're off the charts as far as like how many people are loving and checking out the game, right? So it is what it is, and even if we don't get to show off books tomorrow night, like if Mixum doesn't magically send me books overnight, then at least we'll still have the Star Wars game to dive into, and we're gonna spend probably a good amount of time
Before you're done.
We're gonna spend a good amount of time, customizing characters and just looking at the system and trying to learn as much as we can before we even go into our first battle. We'll carry the spirit of Peter Cullen and Optimus Prime when we do. Because one shall stand and one shall fall. This is it. So that's the news, man. We lost another legend. Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime, age of 85. And like I said, the tributes on social media are just flooding in now. You know what I mean? And rightfully so. I said I want to come on and just say my piece on it. Because I'm not going to have the opportunity to say anything else again for probably another 24 hours, right? So, longer. Sam Neill, yeah, it's another one. Now, everyone is talking about Optimus Prime. And not to undercut Dolly or Tim Curry in any shape, way, or form. But this just shows how strong the sort of nerd/geek communities are. Because they look at Peter Cullen. They place him on a very, very, like Kevin Conroy, they place him on a very, very high pedestal, And again, rightfully so. So this is it. So all are one. We have Billy Powermax joining us here. We have the Head Ninja. We have Light Blazer. Hope you guys are all doing well. This is it. So live today. Because tomorrow is clearly not guaranteed. I wish there was, cheerful news I could give you. Just not much really is going on. Like I said, in regards of the Niobe comic book front, don't think we're getting books tomorrow. I wish. But I knew that was going to be a real possibility, that whatever they were telling me wasn't going to happen. You know what I mean? I've been in this game long enough to know that. So we'll stick around for another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to shit, shower, and shave and get ready for my shift tonight. And then they got me working at 12 noon tomorrow, which doesn't really give me a lot of in-between time. Because I'm used to starting at like 4 or 5 or 6 at night, But the saving grace, I guess, starting early tomorrow is that I'm done earlier. You know what I mean? That's the sort of saving grace. Which means Friday night really opens up, because usually I would be working the evening Friday night. So, There is that. I'll be a little tired because I like sleeping in, but at the same time, we can get up and bang it out and move on. Yeah, I saw this other video today. I was going to cover it until I learned the death of Peter. It's comical opinions talking about like different publishers and who he thinks will stay and who he thinks will go in the wake of everything that's happened after the fall of Diamond and supposed comic book growth, which he's predicting will collapse at any given point now. But we'll look at that video another time. You know what I mean? Obviously, this news took priority. This is it. So it is what it is, and what it is what it is. Another legend gone. So I guess what we'll do is we'll leave it there. We'll let this news sink in. Many fans are going to want to process this. And we'll put on something from the Transformers soundtrack to honor the man. What's it gonna be? No. We'll see you soon.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly?
That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron.